Hello, welcome to Verbling. Hi there, I am Teacher Oakley. And for the next hour, we are going to continue our series looking at confusing vocabulary. These are words that are, quite frankly, often mixed up by native speakers, many of them. They include words that are homophones, two words that sound exactly the same, so they're a little harder to identify. Other confusing words are maybe words that have slightly nuanced definitions, just slightly different. Sometimes words that have definitions that are complete opposites. In any case, we'll be looking at these types of words. We'll be doing some simple fill-in-the-blank exercises and discussing the vocabulary as we go along. That's the game plan. So, okay, so really the class is suitable for almost any level, advanced, beginner, and up, really. Even very advanced, even native speakers might learn a thing or two. Okay, so let me welcome students. We'll get started. Hello, David. How are you?
Hello. I'm fine, thank you. Yes?
Good. Thank you very much. Good to see you again. And also, hello, Rebecca.
Hello, good afternoon. How are you?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm doing well, thank you. I'm quite sleepy. Sleepy?
Sleepy? Just getting up? Okay.
Yeah.
So am I, but it's 2 in the afternoon where I am. But I'm sleepy. I stayed up late. I have no excuses. Okay, let me also welcome Nada to the class. Hi, Nada.
Hi.
Hi. Long time no see. How are you?
I'm great, thanks. How are you?
I'm doing okay. Thank you. Glad you could join us. And Nader, hello, Nader. How are you today? Hi, hi. Happy to see you as well, as always. And okay, let me also welcome Adnan. Is that correct? Sorry. Is it Adnan? Adnan? Hello?
Hi.
Hi. I apologize. How should I pronounce
Can you hear me?
your name? Yes, I can hear you. Yes. How should I pronounce your name?
Adnan.
Adnan. Okay. Thank you
It's
very
very
much.
simple. Yeah, Adnan.
Yeah, it is.
A-D-N-A-N.
Yeah, okay. I got it. Thanks. Where are you from, Adnan?
I'm from Saudi Arabia.
Okay. Terrific. Well, I'm glad you could join us. Welcome to the class. Hi, I'm Oakley.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Talk to you a little later. Hello, Anna. How are you today?
Hello, please. Nice to see you again. I'm great, thanks.
Great. Glad to hear it. Always a pleasure. And finally, hello, Serge. Sergei. Serge. Hello, hello. I'm not exactly sure how to pronounce your name. Sergei.
Can I help you? I think it's
Sure.
Sergei.
Sergei. Okay. Sergei, hello. Can you say hello? Or if you're trying, I should tell you that we can't hear you right now. So I don't know if you need to make some adjustments to your settings in the top toolbar, or if you need to reconnect. Sometimes that's the problem. You just need to leave the class and come back if you're having some kind of connection problem. All right, we'll try again a little bit later. Okay, let me also welcome Ahmed to the class. Hello, Ahmed. Ahmed, are you there? Okay. Maybe he's having connection problems. I don't know. Carmen, hi, Carmen.
Good morning, Clay. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning. Okay, well, let's get started. I'm going to do a screen share, and you'll see exactly what we're doing very quickly, rather than me explaining it. So here we go. Okay.
Sorry, teacher, can you hear me? Sorry.
Yes, I can.
Oh, perfect.
Perfectly.
Hello.
Right. Hi. How should I pronounce your name? Is it Sergei?
Yeah, my name is Sergei.
Sergei. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you very much. All right. Yes, loud and clear. I can hear you perfectly, actually. So anyway, great. Welcome to the class. Let's get started. Okay. David. All right. Our first pair of words or confusing vocabulary. Here it is. Abstruse or obtuse. Okay. David, if you could please read the quote, and then we'll talk about filling in the blank with which word. Okay. Go ahead.
Okay. I mean, here is this guy, this alien, this guy from Austria nobody ever heard of, sitting by himself in the British Museum in the 1880s, writing a really blank book on economics called Das Kapital, and that book, that idea, is what creates the history of the entire 20th century.
Okay. What do you think?
I think the first abstruse.
Okay, the first one, and I agree with you. So some might argue because of the actual book Das Kapital and how they feel about that. Okay, abstruse. What is the meaning of abstruse?
I think it could be very hard or very difficult.
Mm-hmm. Very difficult to understand.
Yes, very.
Yeah,
very deep,
exactly.
Very deep in some way, I think.
That's right. Very deep.
Yes.
Esoteric. Esoteric kind of means you need special knowledge to understand it. Another word that's might be even closer to the meaning is obscure. Okay, it's kind of right, difficult to understand and very specialized knowledge. So very good, as opposed to obtuse.
I think this other word, I know it because it's a kind of angle.
Exactly.
And also, I think when something it's not clear, really clear.
Yeah.
I think.
Okay. It is an angle which is more than 90 degrees.
Yes.
If it was less than 90 degrees, it would be acute. More than 90 degrees, but less than 180 degrees, it's an obtuse angle, right? Which is an adjective, and the other meaning is also an adjective. We actually, it's not. Well, I don't know. Okay, now you said something that's difficult. That's something that's
not clear or something weird.
Well, okay. Now I have to say that dictionary definition wise, this is an adjective which we use for a person, somebody who's annoyingly slow to understand something. You're trying to teach them something and they're just not understanding it. They're being very obtuse, or they're not. You're explaining a situation. You're telling a story, and they are annoyingly, almost it seems like purposefully not understanding you. it can also mean that the person is extremely insensitive, like they're an idiot and they're being insensitive to somebody else and what they're doing or saying. The key is really annoying. You would use this when somebody's, for example, it might be perfectly normal to say, are you being deliberately obtuse? Even though that's slightly redundant. That might be, yeah, are you purposefully dense? Okay, very good. Okay, so it's usually used to describe a person. However, I have heard it, as you said, I have heard it used to describe a person's opinions or ideas. Okay, suggesting that their opinions or ideas are stupid and they don't really come to the point, or even annoyingly stupid, annoyingly missing the point or off the mark. Similarly, so I have heard it used that way, even though I don't find that in, as I was, checking it in the dictionary to make sure, I do not find that in the dictionary. I have to be honest about this, but I have most certainly heard it used that way, David. So I can't. Yeah, an obtuse remark. There you go, Nadir. Thank you.
These two words are not usual in common language, I think.
Yeah, they're a little formal.
Okay.
Yeah, a little bit formal. More likely to be found in written English. That's certainly true.
Okay.
Okay. Let's move on to the next one. Rebecca, number 2. Is it accidental or incidental?
Okay. The only story she'd heard that was more tragic was the, well, then I think, death of a 3-year-old who'd sneaked out and crawled behind his mother's Camaro to surprise her when she left for the grocery store.
Okay. One note there, Rebecca. Pronunciation: sneaked. Verbs.
Sneaked.
Yeah. Verbs that end with a. Yeah. Verbs that end with a case. Okay. Let me explain. First, pronunciation. Any verb that ends with a K. Walk. Walked. Ask. Asked. Sneak. Sneaked. Ends with a. The ed makes a T sound. Okay. Sneaked. If you sneak something. You sneak a cookie, all right? You steal a cookie so your mother doesn't see you. You do it on the sly, on the quiet. Okay, you don't want to be caught. If you sneak, this child sneaked behind his mother's Camaro. Camaro's a car, so he tiptoed quietly and carefully and didn't want anyone to see him hide behind the car.
Mm-hmm.
If you're sneaky, the adjective, he's a sneaky person. It means you're trying to hide and fool people.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. So about the two words, I say accidental is the best one. Is the matches.
Yeah, accidental, definitely. Accidental is an adjective, and it definitely co-locates with the noun death. Okay. Accidental, of course, is the adjective form of accident. Something which occurs unforeseen. Rebecca, do you have any idea what incidental means?
Well, I think it's another adjective.
It is, absolutely. Have the AL ending or suffix, but that's a dead giveaway. It's an adjective, yes. Okay. AL and then the word incident here.
Sorry?
Okay, we have added AL to the root word incident. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
An incident is
something in addition. Something in addition.
Not exactly. An incident is something that happened, often negative. It doesn't have to be negative. It's a neutral term. But, oh, there was an incident in the mall today. What happened? Oh, a man jumped off the balcony into a kiosk. That's an incident, a happening, an occurrence.
Yeah.
An unusual incident, you would say. Okay, so the meaning is related to that. Incidental, all right, let me give you an example. I had a car accident, and my car was damaged, and also I had my laptop in the car, and there was some incidental damage to my laptop. Okay. Having to do with something that happened, but not really the main thing. The main thing I'm telling you about is my car accident. But the incidental damage, some extra damage caused by an incident.
Okay, collateral. Okay. I don't know the word in English. Yeah, for the. Yeah, but I get the meaning.
Oh, good. Yeah, David, thank you. Very good. A side effect. Excellent.
What?
Like David said, a side effect. It's very similar to a side effect. Yes. Thank you. That's helpful. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Not exactly the same, but it's side effects, because a side effect could be really serious. Part of the meaning is incidental. It's like, don't worry about it. No big deal. Like a side effect, all your hair falls off. That's not incidental.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be very, very bad.
Does it mean not really important?
Yeah, not that important. There's an implied meaning with it that means it wasn't that important. That's correct. Exactly. Like a not that important side effect. There you go. There we go. That's pretty much it right there.
Side effect, could I use this word, for example, for a war? When there are some when people, is killed, people are killed, but they weren't the target.
Yeah, okay. Well, yes, you could, and that would be absolutely correct as far as the meaning. Yes, it would, but of course in English we normally use side effect to talk about some unwanted effects from medication is the normal use.
Okay.
And what you described, like when innocent victims get killed in a war, we have the rather, I have to say, unemotional, I don't know, kind of harsh term, collateral damage. Impersonal.
Okay, it's quite similar to, collateral. Well.
Yeah.
Okay, and the pronunciation is, say again, please.
Excuse me. Sorry.
Collateral.
Yes, that's it. Collateral damage. Collateral.
Okay.
Okay, there we go. All right. All right, next one is a 3-for-1 sale. Nada?
Yes.
Okay, is it aisle, or aisle? Or aisle. Okay, these, by the way, these are called homophones. All right? Every one of these words is pronounced identical to the other two. If you hear one person pronounce each word, you would not, by itself, you would not know which word they are saying. Okay? Aisle, or aisle. Okay, Nada, go ahead.
Lothar had in his apartment an airline ticket to Athens, Greece, and additional travel documents from that city to the what is it? It's
idyllic.
Idyllic. It could be aisle, the third one, because
okay, yes.
The other ones doesn't really make sense.
That's right. Okay, of Hydra. off the Greek
Greek.
coast. So just to make it more obvious. Okay. Yes, isle is just another word for island. Interestingly, strangely, just so you know, isle is not considered an abbreviation of the word island. It's its own word. Same definition, but it's not actually an abbreviation. It's actually a formal, full word. Okay, and Nada?
Yep.
What is, we all know I'll. I will be there later. I'll be there later, the middle one. The first one, what is an aisle?
It's a hall, doorway.
Almost. Where would I find an aisle?
At airplane. I mean, yeah, not
Yes.
airplane. Yeah.
Yeah,
There's a
in an
corridor.
airplane.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. In an airplane between the seats. Yeah, you walk down the aisle to find your seats. Yeah, somebody mentioned walk down the aisle to get married. It's a euphemism for getting married. You walk down the aisle. Oh, I'll be walking down the aisle in November. Okay. Yeah, the middle between the pews or the seats in a church is the aisle. In a supermarket, where do I find the Twinkies? Oh, they're in aisle 7. Okay. All right. There you go. One more thing, Nada, because you didn't recognize the word. Do you have any clue what idyllic
No
means?
clue. No idea.
Well,
it should be an adjective. I'm not sure.
it is an adjective, and the ending, the IC ending, kind of gives that away. Yep. Idyllic, I think it's related to idle. But anyway, idyllic, the meaning is like perfect, beautiful, like heaven, paradise. I think it comes from a root word which means paradise. So I think, I'm not 100% sure, but it's very close in meaning to a paradise-like place. Okay, Nidair. Alternate or alternative? All right, I'm going to read it. Nidair's texting, so I'll read it for him. Family parties had turned for him into grueling and monotonous tests of fealty to which he submitted with sorrow and anxiety whenever he was left with no civilized. Which one? Alternate or alternative? Nidair, are you there? Which one do you think it is? And I agree, it is alternative. Yep. Well, okay, here it's this, obviously, yes, meaning choice. Exactly. Okay, an alternative is a choice. Right, so it's a thing. Well, really, abstract idea. An alternate, by contrast, is a person or a substitute, actually. Usually a person, but it could be something else as an adjective. An alternate, I don't know, carburetor, an alternate part. All right. When my mouse breaks on my computer, I have an alternate mouse that I can just plug in really quick. Okay. When we use it as a noun, he is an alternate. We're talking about a person. As an adjective, it can be either. Okay, next one. Adnan. Hello, hello. Adnan? Are you there? Okay. Bail or bail?
Bail or read this
Please.
passage, okay? They stood in the dark doorway checking their postals in which the Turkmen were the cotton into the brightly light office and drop it in the center of the floor.
Okay.
Second one, bell.
The second one, and you're actually you're totally correct. That's right. It is bail. Okay. Before we get to bail and bail, pronunciation, Adnan, of this word: checking their pistols. Pistols are handguns.
Pistols.
Yeah, pistols. Pistol. Yeah.
Pistols.
A handgun, a gun you can shoot in your hand, hold in your one hand. Okay, you're absolutely correct. Bale of cotton. What's a bale of cotton?
Sorry.
Do you know? Do you have any idea? Or are you just guessing?
Just guessing, but I think like.
Okay. It's a physical thing. A bale of cotton, a bale of hay, dried grass. You feed cows and horses with hay. Hay doesn't just come in a big bag. It doesn't come in a big pile. It's formed into a kind of a rectangular shape and tied up with string. Same thing with cotton. Many fibrous things, plant materials, are baled. They're paper. Yeah, also paper. Well, paper is fibrous as well, I guess. And it's also made from plants. Yeah, they're formed into this kind of a tight bundle or a tight rectangular shape and usually tied with a string, tied up with string. That's a bale. Yeah, you could have a bale of paper, bale of cotton, bale of hay. Okay, whereas the first one has, okay, the second one has that one meaning. All right. The first word has a number of meanings. First of all, it can be a verb, which formally, if you bail out your boat, you're removing water with a bucket or something. You're removing water from your boat. Usually a boat is the most likely place to be bailing out water, but it's also used idiomatically. You get a bailout from the bank, an emergency loan. They rescue you. If somebody bails you out, they help you out in a moment of extreme need. Okay.
Imprisonment.
Sorry. Yeah.
Does it mean imprisonment as well?
Okay, it's related. It's most certainly related to prison and jail and criminals. Well, maybe not. Maybe you're not a criminal yet. You get arrested. You're put in a jail. You have a trial. At the trial, they decide if they're actually going to really charge you or not with the crime. And the judge, if they decide they're going to try to charge you with a crime, then they say, okay, you go back to jail unless you can pay bail. The judge, it's totally up to the judge, at least in the American system, to decide what is the bail. If you've been arrested for murder, they're going to make the bail very high. You have to pay $1 million if you want to walk out of the jail until your official trial. I mean, if you robbed a pack of gum, then maybe your bail will be $100.
For the penalty.
No, it's not the penalty. It is the insurance the court has that you will show up for your actual trial. Okay? The first trial happens very soon. It has to happen within 48 hours in the United States.
Right.
Usually within 24 hours.
Yep.
So that happens quickly. But the other parts of the trial may go on and on for a year, 2 years. They're not going to keep you in jail for 2 years. You can go home, but you have to pay a bail. So if you're charged with murder, you give them $1 million. Then if you run off to, Fiji or somewhere, the government and the court is going to keep your $1 million. It's their insurance that you're going to show up.
Yeah, so putting something as a promise or, okay, I got it, yeah.
Yeah, that's right. It's like your collateral. That's what it is. It's your collateral. Like you get a bank loan and you put your house up for collateral. Your bail is your collateral that you're going to show up at court. Right. Okay. So yes, it also has that meaning. In addition, and we're still talking about the verb here. Okay, bail, that meaning we just talked about with court. It's a noun or a verb. And it usually has a verb, as Carmen noted. Thank you, Carmen. It's usually a phrasal verb. You bail someone out of jail. Bail out. So it's with the preposition out. Okay, one more meaning. As a verb, as a slang, if you bail from a party, you leave suddenly. You bail out of a plane, meaning you jump out of a plane if you're a skydiver. So if you bail out of a party, you leave with it unannounced, suddenly. And you might hear an American say, all right, I'm really tired. I'm going to go home and get some sleep. I got to bail. I've got to bail. I've got to get up early in the morning. Okay. Leave quickly. Okay, so there you go. Lots of meanings for that one. Okay. But anyway, Adnan, good job. You guessed it right. Even though the second word only has one meaning, the first word has several meanings. The odds were against you, but you got it right. So good job. All right.
Thank you.
Everybody gets lucky once in a while. Okay. Every dog has his day. There you go. Okay, I just have to share it with you because I'm thinking about it. Every dog has his day. Everyone gets lucky once in a while. And my favorite kind of version of that, even a blind squirrel finds a nut once in a while. I just like that one. Okay, anyway. All right, let's move on. Anna with 2 N's. Oh my goodness, here's a humdinger for you. Is it going to be Bathos or Pathos?
Okay, let's see. This vocal organ was in itself a rich endowment, insomuch that a listener, comprehending nothing of the language in which the preacher spoke, might still have been swayed to and fro by the mere tone and cadence. Like all other music, it breathed passion and pathos and emotions high or tender in a tone native to the human heart, wherever educated. And
is that hard to read, Anna? Did you enjoy reading that? No?
Sure, okay. It's a beautiful piece of writing.
Is it? Oh, God. Every American kid, high school student, has to read The Scarlet Letter and Nathaniel Hawthorne, and 99.9% of these high school students totally hate this. Just say it. Okay, all right. It breathed passion and pathos, you said, with a P, correct?
With a P, right.
Awesome. Very good job. Does it have anything to do with empathy, Carmen asks? Well, yes, it does, because it shares the same root word. P-A-T-H comes, I believe it's Greek. Anyway, it comes from the Greek root word, which is emotion. So yes, obviously sympathy, having emotive feelings for somebody, empathy, pathos. Pathos has to do with a deep feeling, a quality, something that evokes or causes pity, sadness. Poignant might be a very similar word. synonym. Poignant. Okay, it's poignant. Okay, you see a lot of pathos in tear-jerker chick flicks, movies that drama movies that mostly females like to go to. Lots of pathos, drama, crying and deep sadness. Pathos. Oh my God, I can't believe he's going to leave her because he loves her and he's going to sacrifice his life for her. Wow. All right, okay, all right, calm down. All right, pathos. My sarcastic explanation, however, is a lot closer to the other word, bathos. All right, Anna, do you have any idea what bathos is?
Well, when there's sudden change from serious to not so serious, more like
very good.
Silly, right?
You're absolutely correct. Exactly. When there's the drama or the pathos is happening and then something ridiculous happens, or the mood changes, causing somewhat of an anticlimactic moment. You're building toward this deeply emotional, I don't know, climax, and then somebody falls off a ladder or does something stupid. That's bathos. Rarely used. Pathos. Bathos. I quite honestly, I don't think I've ever seen this word used in English. I've definitely heard pathos before, but both very formal. All right, let's move on. Sergei.
Yes, teacher.
Okay. Is it going to be bread? Well, how do you read these? Can you read these three words for me, first of all?
Okay, I'll try. Bread, and breed, I think.
Perfect. Excellent. You're perfect. Couldn't have done it better. Okay. The first two are homophones. The last one is not. Different pronunciation, the long E sound. Great. All right, Sergei, go ahead and give this a read here, if you wouldn't mind.
Okay. We are not the kind of people who hate, she added, as if this were an imperfection that had been, I think, bred out, maybe the second one.
I think you're right.
Of them generations ago.
Very good. Okay. What is the meaning of the middle one? What does that mean? It had been bred out of them.
Bred out. It's like erased, maybe.
Erased? Yeah. Basically, you know something, Sergei? Everyone freaks out about genetic engineering. But the fact is humans have been engaging in genetic engineering for thousands and thousands of years. When we breed, last word, when we breed two racehorses together so that we can raise a new horse, a colt that is also a racehorse, we are genetically engineering. Okay, so to breed, okay, is to you breed animals like racehorses. Okay, you pick the best female and the best male, and you breed them. You let them reproduce. Bred. Okay, breed is a verb. To breed. Past tense. He bred those two horses together last year. Is past tense as a verb. All right. Okay. Yeah. And here it's past tense. Here it's being really used, bred out. I would almost say this is really a phrasal verb. So some quality is bred out of them. All right. You want a horse with you don't want a horse with a white star on his forehead. So you keep breeding the next horse and making sure you never breed with a horse with a star on his forehead until that finally all of the children's children don't have a white star on their forehead. The white star has been bred out of them. That's the meaning.
Okay.
So basically you're breeding instead of for equality, you're breeding to lose equality. Okay. And of course the first one, what is the meaning of bread, Sergei?
Bread, it's a piece of meal which we eat every morning, and sometimes not in the morning.
An essential ingredient in the sandwich.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Do you know, Sergei, the slang meaning of bread?
Sorry?
The slang meaning of bread.
Oh, no, I don't know.
Hey, man, have you got any bread? Anybody?
Money.
Money, money, money. You got
Yeah.
it, Nana. Very good. Thank you very much.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Oh, all right. We learned something. Super duper. Okay. All right. Ahmed, are you still here? No. He slipped away on me. Okay. Carmen. Here we go. A couple more homophones. Carmen?
Okay, then.
What are these words?
Bridal or bridal.
Very good.
He loitered with two dogs, smoking a cigar, and just as he turned to go home, he heard a horse's hooves coming down the... the first one's got something to do with a bride, no?
Yes, it does. First one.
The second one is the leash that you use on horses.
That's right.
So it
Exactly.
must be the second one then.
Yeah, it has to do with yeah, because you got the clue from a horse's hooves.
Mm-hmm.
Right. A bridle path is basically a path that's used for horses. Okay. That's close to a house. Generally, you would.
I know the meaning of bridle, like the leash, but I didn't know about the bridle path. The path,
Yeah.
what is that?
Neither did I, to tell you the truth. I'd never heard of it either, but it's easy, fairly easy to figure out. It's a path constructed for horses, specifically.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay.
Yeah. And usually the idea being when you're close enough to the house, you jump off your horse and then you just lead it the last few steps or lead it to the barn or to the stable. You don't generally ride a horse into the barn. Nobody does that.
But what that has got to do with the bridle? I don't get it.
I just said, nobody rides a horse into a barn. You jump off the horse and then you lead the horse down a path into the barn. Or towards the house. That's it.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, that's it. And bridal is the adjective that has to do with, as you noted, bride.
Yeah.
Or
The groom and
marriage.
the bride. That's
Groom
right.
and bride, that's right. So the bridal bouquet is the...
Yeah, the flowers. Yeah.
Right. The flowers that the bride carries. Okay. Yeah. There you go.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Okay, here we go. Here's one that I often confuse. At least I confuse the spelling of. Okay. I don't confuse the meanings here, but I do confuse the spelling frequently. David, what are these words?
Brooch. A brooch.
Exactly. They're homophones. Brooch or brooch. All right.
As I finished a pop quiz and waited for the final bell to ring, I played with the star brooch pinned to my sweater and wondered how bad this cold was going. I think they're going to good.
Yeah. Okay. Which one?
The second one.
My goodness, you've got it right. Okay. So, what is the second one? What would a star brooch be?
It's a piece of jewelry you usually wear on your clothes.
Yeah. Sometimes, in the verb is key here. Pinned. It has a pin. and some kind of a clasp with a pin. So yeah, that's right. You wear it on your clothes. Okay, that's a noun. It's an object. It's a physical thing. All right. How about the first one?
The other is a verb.
Great. Yes.
And I think it's when you are talking with someone and talking to someone, and you suddenly start to speak about a topic.
Yeah.
You bring up this topic.
Exactly. The phrasal verb to bring up a topic, to start a topic, start a new discussion about something. To bring up is a same meaning as broach. You broach a subject. And this one is fairly common. Both these words are fairly common in spoken English. All right. I've been meaning to broach a sensitive subject with you. You might say in conversational English. Oh my goodness! All right. Oh, here's another one that frequently gets confused by even native speakers. Rebecca. I have definitely heard native speakers mess this up. Rebecca, what are these two words?
What? They look. No. Okay, Calvary and Calvary. I think the first one is when you are going through a very bad situation, you know?
Well, okay, that well may be. Okay, let's go ahead and read the quote here. We'll figure out which one belongs in the blank and why.
Okay. Above all, the army demanded horses by the thousand as mounts for its rank, and along with the mules, draft animals for its vast fleet of wagons and ambulances. Well, I say the second one because I know the meaning of the first one and I don't know the meaning of the second one, and it makes more sense.
Right.
You know, the first one doesn't make sense in this space.
Okay. Process of elimination.
Yeah,
Okay.
process of elimination. Yes. Right.
Okay. So the first one. Okay, you said it has to do when somebody's going through a very difficult time. Well, yes. You most certainly might reference
Or you are
Calvary.
suffering, you know, from the behavior of someone. Imagine this child, being with this child is a Calvary.
Okay, and the reason for that it is the name of the hill in which Jesus was crucified. So, an extremely hard time. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But tell me the meaning of the other one.
But the meaning of the other one, which was your choice for the blank, is pretty well explained by the quote here. Cavalry is a mounted army. They are mounted on horses, historically. In the modern era, the term cavalry has basically been pushed onto tanks. Okay, weapons, the tanks. Is now usually referred to as the cavalry.
Yeah, I know, yeah. Famous in films, you know, West films.
Yes, right. Americans use this word a lot because we have a very common idiom, or we use it idiomatically. You know, time to call for the cavalry, or the cavalry arrives just in time to save you, whatever. The idea that somebody's gonna save you at the last minute. We have this idea, this kind of idiomatic, metaphorical idea that the cavalry arrives just in time to save you. So, all right. Okay, Nada. What are
Yes.
these three words?
Cell, cell, cell.
Yeah. Oh, you sound like you work on Wall Street, Nada. Sell, sell, sell. Buy, buy, buy. Never mind. Silly me. Okay. Go ahead and read the quote, if you wouldn't mind.
Charlotte spent the solitary hours watching the light from pattern on the walls for her one of the cells, but for her cell.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
one day she made contact through the pipes with the woman in the cell below her and discovered that she had a book, Stendhal's something. Chartreuse de Parme.
Very good. Excellent. Your French is excellent. Okay. Both blanks require the same word. Which one is it? This first, second, or third?
Watching the light from patterns on the walls of her. The second one.
Very good. Okay. Cell in prison. Cell. Exactly. The middle one. Okay. Cell has another meaning other than a locked room, which is a cell. What is another meaning of a cell?
The cellular.
What?
The cell. It's not a back. It's something related to our body.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Okay. Paramecium, or an amoeba, is a one-celled life form. Your body, I'm guessing by the sound of your voice that you have 42,769,492 cells in your body. I'm just guessing. Am I right? Am I right?
Could be.
Yeah. Who knows? Okay. Yes. All right. Our bodies are made up of blood cells, skin cells, whatever. Right. Very good. What is the first one? That's the last one is easy. When I was making a joke about sell, 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 and Wall Street, okay, okay, buy, sell. That's it. I think we all know that one. How about the first one, Nada? Any idea what that is? One L.
Not sure.
It has to do with SpongeBob SquarePants. Kind of. Yeah. Okay. When they're creating a new episode of SpongeBob SquarePants, okay, it looks like SpongeBob is moving around, but really it's made up of individual cells, like the one picture. Okay. Right. So each individual picture in animation is a cell.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Oh. Okay. Moving on. Next one, Nader. Climactic or climatic. Another one that is frequently confused, or I've seen this one come up several times teaching when I've been teaching TOEFL or IELTS or CAE or something like that. I don't know why, but this one word or the other word has come up many, many times in the course of teaching those things, and always gets confused by my students. So here's a good one. Nader, climactic or climatic. They are not pronounced the same. You do hear the C in climactic. Okay. A zoo director might, for practical purposes, choose to classify organisms by size as a convenience for selecting cages, or by blank preferences, so that his polar bears won't asphyxiate in an exhibit on tropical rainforests. Okay. So, okay. He's classifying organisms by size or by blank. Preferences? Yeah, that's it. You got it. Climatic. Okay. The as you might guess, we have the IC ending suffix, which can tell us that it's an adjective. Without the IC, you can see that the word is very close to climate. So, all right, related to climate. Very good. How about climactic? Very good. Related to climax, or the highest point. Again, IC, adjective ending. So related to the climax, like the climax of a movie is where the most exciting part, usually at the end of the movie, when suddenly all is revealed, or there's a huge twist in the plot, or all the problems are resolved and the boy gets the girl and they're going to live happily ever after. It's the climactic moment in many films. Okay, very good. Okay, another good one here. Adnan, back to you. What are these words? Try it out.
Completion or combination. Compunction.
It's tough, isn't it? Okay, just let me try it. Compulsion or compunction. Compunction.
Compunction.
Compunction.
Compunction, yeah.
Okay, very good. All right. Give it a read, please.
Okay. She felt engulfed. No. About what she had done to the Baka.
Yeah, this is a name. This is somebody's last name, Debaka.
To the Baka.
It's like
if she hadn't killed him, she know he would have killed her in the next minute or two.
Yeah.
I think compunction.
Very good. Are you guessing again, or did you know it? You got it right.
I'm just guessing.
Really? You want to go to Vegas after class? You're pretty lucky. Okay. You're absolutely correct. Okay. Compunction. This word is... I really can't even imagine not using it with no. It's always used with no. No compunction. And doesn't have to be, but very often with about. No compunction about. Okay. If you have no compunction about doing something, no compunction about verb. If you have no compunction about doing something, you have no guilty feelings, no
Regret.
No regret. Yeah, very good. Thank you. No regret whatsoever. Nothing about it bothers you at all. Right.
Sorry, teacher.
Yeah.
This means if you don't have any feeling about what you do,
Yeah.
bad or wrong, this meaning compunction.
Yeah. Yeah, a bad feeling or a guilty feeling or regret is compunction. Something that holds you back from feeling that holds you back from doing something. So we usually use it with no compunction or with a negative. the hitman, the hired killer, learned to kill without compunction when he was in the military. So without, again, you know, kind of negative. Doesn't have to be no, but usually a negative it's used with. All right. Adnan, that leaves us with compulsion. Okay. Adnan, have you ever gone to a very high place, like a cliff or the top of a high building, and had a weird compulsion to jump off the building just for a second? And then, of course, you say, no, that'd be crazy. What am I thinking?
Yeah.
What would it be like if I just jumped? But then you go, no, I'm an idiot. What am I thinking? Have you ever experienced that?
No,
Am I the only one? I mean, I'm not suicidal. Weird feeling. Just wondering what it would be like what I would feel like as I was flying through the air toward the city street. I don't know. Okay, well, that's a compulsion, a weird feeling. Vampires supposedly have the ability to compel, oh, there's the verb, to compel their victims to lull them into just calmly waiting for him to suck their blood. They have the power of compulsion. All right. Well, there you go. Really, am I the only one who's had this weird compulsion when you're in a high place, just thinking, what would it be like? Just for a second. Not that I ever... Am I the only one? Really? I'm not. Thank you, Anna. Thank you for your support. I really appreciate that. Okay. Okay. I'm going to end the class now with no compunction. I have this strange compulsion to get to my next class, which I'm already late for. So, bye for now, guys. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye.